Hey guys, it's Bonnie. Today I am here to talk about what I want to happen in A Court of Wings and Ruin. Obviously, if I'm telling you what I want to happen in ACOWAR, I'm gonna have to spoil these two books, so if you haven't read them and you want to and you don't want to be spoiled, I would highly suggest you go read these and then watch this video. So the number one thing that I want to see happen in ACOWAR is for Lucien to be redeemed. I don't know if this is a popular or an unpopular opinion, but I love Lucien. I've loved him since book one. I hope I'm saying his name right. I know Lucien has done some bad things. I know he's on the wrong side, but I think he has a good heart and he's always in the right place, even when he is kind of messing up. And I just really want to see him be redeemed, because then I can fully love him and not have any problems with it. I also want him to be redeemed in a way that isn't just for Elaine, because as we know, at the end of ACOWAR, he looked at Elaine and was like, "Oh, you're my mate." But I don't want his entire redemption arc just to be about Elaine. I want him to have something of his own, to do his own thing. Now that we've talked about Lucien, let's talk about Tamlin. Obviously, Tamlin is a hoe. No one that I know, anyway, likes Tamlin. Not after this book, anyway. He was abusive, manipulative, and just annoying and causing all the problems. Basically, is he gonna die or is he gonna live? And I don't know if I want him to get redemption. That's another question. Does he get redemption or does he not? I don't like Tamlin. I really hate Tamlin. However, he's not inherently evil either. He's just a dick. He has a lot to get over, and I think if we want him to have any kind of redemption, he has to do a lot. I don't know if it's coming. I don't think I really want it. Personally, I wouldn't mind if he sacrificed himself in the end. I don't think just sacrificing himself would be a good enough redemption for everything he's done, but I mean, I wouldn't mind. I mean, someone has to be sacrificed, and I am more than okay for it to be Tamlin. Next, I want to talk about some ships. Number one, I mean, obviously Rhys and Feyre is the number one, but they're already together, so don't have to worry about that. I would love to see Nesta and Cassian get together. I thought they had such, like, quirky kind of chemistry whenever they would go over to the sisters' house in the second book, and whenever they would interact, and I'm just, I'm here for it, honestly. I know a lot of other people are too, and I agree. I also do like Lucien. I also really do like him and Elaine. I mean, I know there's not much there to go off of yet other than him being like, "You're my mate." But I feel like they are compatible, and I don't know, I feel like it's gonna work out. And I want to see a nice, healthy relationship between them. I don't want there to be any like weird territorial mate stuff. Let the actual relationship that's obviously inevitable come together in a more natural kind of way, so it's not weird. It's already a little weird, let's be real, but you know. Okay, this, I don't know if it has any chance of happening, but I would really love to see it. Obviously, I want his redemption, and I think part of that is going to be leaving the Spring Court. I have heard people say that maybe Tamlin will die and Lucien will take over the Spring Court, which would be okay as well, but what I would like to happen is for Lucien to go back to the Autumn Court where he came from in the first place, where his family is, and he can deal with his family who are like hoes to him, at least his brothers are. I want him to like claim the Autumn Court. Basically, I want him and Elaine at the end of this book to rule the Autumn Court. I just think that would be really cool to see, because I know Lucien has been through so much shit, and him just going back to his home court and getting to rule it with his mate, I think that would be great. Especially if Elaine has a very big role, kind of like Feyre does in the Night Court. That would be really great to see some more high ladies. Speaking of courts, I want to see more courts. We haven't really seen many of them. We've seen the Night Court, obviously. We've seen the Spring Court, obviously. And we've seen the Summer Court. And I think that's it. I don't know if we're going to get to visit every court, because obviously there's a war going on and we got other stuff to do. But it would be really cool to see the Autumn Court, obviously. I want to see the Autumn Court. And I think the Winter Court would be really cool to see. Those are the two that I would most be interested in seeing how things work over there. I think we will see them, because if we're fighting this war, we're going to need some allies, and therefore we're going to have to go to some other courts and make some friends. Bippity boppity boo. Next I want to talk about Reese's family. My friend John Paul, hi John Paul if you're watching, told me this theory where he thinks Reese's sister is alive, and I think that would be so cool. I don't know if it's possible. I don't know anything, but if Reese's family, especially his sister, could just be alive and then he could have that happy like reunion with them, I think that would be great. Maybe his sister is someone like, I don't know, powerful, or maybe his mom is still alive and like they'll help them with the war or something. I don't really know, but we know Reese just doesn't have enough family in his life. I mean, I know he has the Night Court and he has more and he has Feyre now, but I think having his fam would be just, I would just love to see that. The next thing I have on my list is the lingerie store. I want that scene. She teased it and I want it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I would love to see Ianthe die because, ooh honey, I hate her. I just really don't like her, and some people are being like, what if she's pregnant with Tamlin's kid? And just like, keep it, don't want it, don't want her to be a thing at all. So no. As for who I think I might die, see, this is what I want to happen, so I'm not talking about too many deaths because I would love to not see anyone in the Night Court die, but at the same time, it won't be that emotional if someone in the Night Court won't be as emotional if someone in the Night Court doesn't die. As for who, I just don't know. I feel like it could literally be anyone. I mean, Cassian, maybe. Azriel, maybe. Mor, maybe. Amren, maybe. A lot of people said if Amren dies, they think that'll be her way to go to like shed her Fae body and go back to wherever she came from, which could be a very interesting thing. I've also heard some people say that they think Amren could be like a Vlarg, the thingy from the Throne of Glass series, and that when she goes back, she's gonna go into the Throne of Glass world, which I would screech. I would throw the book out the window and then go get it back so I can finish reading. I would love for that to happen because I really want the Throne of Glass world and the Court of Thorns and Roses world to be connected. That would just be so epic. I think that's basically the main things that I would like to see in ACOWAR, besides like the obvious stuff like Feyre and Rhys being happy and Valeris being normal and not attacked and happy and the world being good and everyone being happy. I've never read a Sarah J. Maas finale, so I'm really nervous about it. And it's like a finale, but it's not a finale because there's gonna be a spin-off, but it's still gonna be the finale with these characters, at least Feyre and Rhys, and I just... One more thing that I want. It has to be in dual perspective, right? Right? So at the end of this book, we get Rhys's perspective, which triggered Sarah. And since Feyre is going to be in the Spring Court for at least a little bit of the book, we're going to have a point of view in the Night Court. So I'm assuming we're going to get both of Feyre's and Rhys's point of views in this, and I just don't trust dual point of view. Like, I want it in this book because I want to know what's going on with Rhys. I don't want to be stuck with Tamlin all the time. But, y'all, we know the history of dual point of view in YA books, okay? We just know. If Feyre or Rhys die, I will pretend that this was a standalone. A lot of people have also said that maybe Feyre might be pregnant with Rhys's child, which I don't think she is. I don't think Feyre would not take the tonic that she mentioned, especially with a war coming up. But, you know, I wouldn't be against seeing a baby at the end of the book. The beginning of the book, she got a war to fight. She got things to do. But at the end, maybe an epilogue? I'm here for it. So those are all the things that I want to happen in A Court of Wings and Ruin. I don't know if any of them will. I hope they will. Obviously, that's what I just said. I just want these characters to be happy because I have not fallen in love with characters in the way that I have these characters in such a long time, and it's very refreshing. Let me know what you want to happen with ACOWAR down below, or if you have any theories, because I'm all about theories. Normally I'm not, but for this book, I just haven't been able to avoid the theories video. I'm just like, gotta click, gotta click. My social media is linked down below if you want to follow me elsewhere. You probably don't. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.